How you guys doing? Your girl is so pained up. So good night. Good night. Leave my kids if they got to bed. They knocked out. They're tired. But the exercise be so good to them because at night I haven't yelled at them in a long time to go to bed. Once I said go to bed, they said to me, Mommy, can we stay out in the living room with you or they want me to come in their room or so. I'm in their room tonight, family. So good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. How you doing? Let's see, chilling. I'm in the kids' room tonight. So hope everybody's doing good tonight. Yeah, now you from my family them. Let me see if they're calling me. Nope. I'm talking WhatsApp family. So good night, family. Good night, family. We're gonna listen. When I tell you my legs hurt, I am in so much pain. But good thing I had cooked yesterday, so I was able to. Good thing I had cooked some spaghetti yesterday, so I was able to eat some of the spaghetti. It's only a little bit of spaghetti left, and it's so funny. The ground turkey was so seasoned, so good. Uh, but yesterday I was too tired and everything. I didn't record anything because if I had recorded yesterday, I would have to be alive yesterday. But I'm telling you, what was this? Oh, so call you back. All right, okie dokie. But I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah. But they say the pain that you're feeling is of yesterday. Well, my pain is of today. I'll be feeling it. And then tomorrow, they didn't come today. The people didn't come today with the computer. So, but what I did, me and my son, we had a good time today. When I mean a good time, we had a good time. We I lent him my computer and I sat at the computer desk with him. He have a computer chair as well, so I let him bring the computer chair in the living room, and then I turn the computer around to him and everything. He get Ed Momentum done in maths and he get Ed Momentum reading done in that. But even though he gonna have a lot of work to do, I was trying all evening to find the other side because he went on Ed Momentum with no problem. But we need to log in to accelerate. We could not. We tried. So tomorrow gonna have to wait, and then tomorrow they having a function at the little one school, but I gonna have to opt out of that one because they didn't come today with the computer. So tomorrow I will have to look for them tomorrow. So that kind of put me back a little bit from everything. You see how parents you have to put your what you want to achieve on pause just to make sacrifice of your children. Because today, someone was gonna take me to go do some hunting. To just, shop around, look around, see. Couldn't go. Nobody showed up. I haven't seen nobody. Because even though I went to school this morning, I was home for the day. All I did was just go across the street and get some food and come back. And then tomorrow I can't go nowhere either. I gotta stay here just in case. You see me bag that computer up today, just in case. So tomorrow morning I gonna have to have him log into his classroom and see if the teacher can send me the link for Accelerate and then leave it on my open it as a window on my computer. Because he's using my computer for now and I'm not scared for him to use it. It's just that if everything break down now it's like it's gonna be too much of a day. But we had a good time, and then the teacher had sent him some game today when they were in class. These are educational games, people. We're not talking no other game, like where they identify, they do matching stuff, and they may give them the letters, and they gotta figure out the picture, what's the name of the picture, and so forth. So it was a fun game. And then he said, "Okay, mommy, can you play with me?" So we were there playing and everything. And then at one point, I realize I get bored easily when they playing their game because it's like they're playing the game and they wanted to play it over and over and over. And then I just zoned out and tell him, okay. But he was there playing, playing, and he was having so much fun. And then he showed me a couple more games that the teachers gave to him today. And one was spin the wheel. And when you spin the wheel, you have letters on there. And then when the letter come, then there's a shape. There's a picture come up, and it's like a picture game, but then you have to tell what the name of it using that letter that they give you. So it's just one. So it was fun. It's educational and it was fun. So I sat there with him from because at one point I felt like I want to sleep, but then my deep inner thoughts said just go get him together, and I sat around the computer for almost an hour and a half trying to search how to get an accelerate to put in because I have the password and everything, but it's a different accelerate coming up. I type in the accelerate along with the school information because I had called the teacher and asked. But today when I was trying to call her back to help me, I didn't get through to her. So tomorrow now I have to reach back out to her because his work due. But the good part of it, those 1 hour that he have to sit in class in Edmonton for are done. I make sure he sat there today and he did his maths. He did some distribution property today, and I was able to explain because I think when he did it before, he failed one section of it, not all of it, one half of it. So then he have to do that half back over along with the test. They get a test after the end, and I was able to help him with the distributive properties. You know, distributive properties is just basically showing you how you can use how you use the quantities or so to put up there and show. Cynthia Blackwell, how are you? Thank you so much. Appreciate. Bless up yourself. Bless up. Thank you. How you doing? So I was just happy he felt so good, and I felt good too because he was showing me all the games and everything. It was very fun. But the game that I like, he said, "Mommy, you gonna like this one." So the game that I liked today was a spinning game, and the app that we were on is called Word Wall. So if anybody have that, that's the app that the teacher gave him. They gave him a bunch of app, but I didn't write them down. But that one is called Word Wall, and I think I had shared one with you guys before in a long time video. But this one they had a spinning game. It was very nice. Oh, you say you're good. I'm here, but I'm so pained up. I'm telling you, I'm paying the price of walking. But nevertheless, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. So, and I'm just so happy that I was able to get that time because I notice his personality be coming out, especially when let's say he do something wrong and he know you're gonna come after him. You just see that sad look on his face. So, I don't want him going that phase where he think that mommy don't love him, mommy don't care, because he know it's just me alone he have, around him right now. You know. So I don't want him going to that phase, you know what I mean? So just see him. Because even today, what did he do? What did he do since night? He did something since, and I'm also encouraging him to use his word. Because you see, the little baby, he uses his word, but the big one try to, every time you catch him doing something, or if you don't catch him, but he's in there, you saw what happened, and you say, who do it? I don't know if he's because he thought that I am going to either mad at him, whoop him, or I don't know, probably cuss him out or anything. He quickly come up with a lie. So I be correcting him every time. Because, as a mother, we have to have those good, strong instinct. You got to know when your children are lying because the only way to help them so they don't end up in jail later on is to bend them from now. When you catch them in a lie, you call them out. You're not calling them out to embarrass them. But you let them know, I'd rather you tell me the truth. Because when somebody tell you truth, it's easier for you. You might not digest it correct properly because it hurt. The truth hurt. But at the same time, you're easily looking into it and can think about it. Then when they lie to you, and then it's hard, So when he told me a lie, and then I asked Amir. Ooh, Amir was just there spilling the tea. Hey, Amir was saying, "Mom, um, Jaden was underneath the bed and he was watching cartoon, and the tablet is underneath the bed, and he went under there for the bed, but I could hear it because when I was coming, he was running. They were running, trying to hide in the closet. I'm like, you guys. And then Jaden said, "Mommy, please, please, please." And when he said please, I saw him using his word. Guys, you don't know how that feel good. I love when my children use their words, because I be telling him you need to use your words. Even if you see mommy get mad at you or something, use your words. My son Amir, if he do something wrong and he about to get whoop whoop, that's the sweetest little boy you can ever find. Mommy, I need a hug. And listen, the drama is on before you even look at him. I will say, Mama, I'm sorry. Where's the mop? I'm gonna clean it up. He already telling the truth of what he did. You know what I mean? And then those kind of children, it is hard for you to really go after them. Like when I mean go after them with your mouth. You know what I mean? Or even try to whoop them because once I tell you the truth, it's not for me if you just say, all right, then calm down and just redirect that child and let that child know that, okay, don't do it again. Thank you for telling me the truth, but don't do it again. You know what I mean? So I had a good day today. So I'm teaching Jaden as well. Don't can't no, not with the lies. Especially when you're raising boy children. It's hard when you're raising boys. One they have that trait of being a liar. Because we all know already with the history of everything that's going on in the world. Anybody can say they do this and do that, and the world believe and prosecute them, even if they don't even sometimes they don't even get to express their own self about it because it's like they lie so much so they will tangle themselves up in a situation just to get out, not realizing it best if they had just tell the truth, you know what I mean? So but everything is good, family. I can't complain. Everything is good. Just my legs, I'll be paying the price for them. And my shank guard, I don't know why. Yes, your shank guard not supposed to be hurting like that. The front part of my foot there is not supposed to be hurting like that. So I don't know. I don't know. And then my legs are not straight down at the bottom there. When I mean straight in terms of they kind of boyish like, so they're not that straight. But the bones aren't supposed to be hurting at the front like that. Moreover, so you're supposed to be hurting from the back when you after you exercise from your heel back. But the bone at the front they just hurt. They literally hurt so bad. You know, they're not supposed to be hurting like that. I know I'm gonna paint up for at least 2 weeks. Once I be consistent, I'll be good. So I already know that after 2 weeks, once I be consistent, but just the bone is the part that I'm worried about. I'm like, why is the bone at the front so hurtful? And I mean, right there at the bone, you feel all that pressure. Normally, when you're running, you're not supposed to feel all that bone hurt. And see, like my bone at the front of my foot there don't even straight. Look at they call it. They put out of shape. I've been running all my life and running for the road and all of these things, so I never can tell. Plus, my feet are not straight. When I mean straight, they, you know, kind of boyish from the knee down. So I don't know if that's what causing the bone to be hurtful like that, or it's because I'm running on a hard surface. When you start back exercising, better you'll run on somewhere soft or so forth. But they be hurting. You know, I used to be a runner. This part of your foot never used to hurt. I can't recall that till after I have children and all these things and these bones. I probably maybe one day have to go to get a scan to see if the bone, because to me that bone don't feel like it even straight. The bone don't feel like it's straight, family. But other than that, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Just nowadays it make you tired, it make you feel sleepy, but it make you feel good at the same time because you get to exercise. But I'm telling you, the heat in the afternoon was no joke. So we got a ride there to the school, so that was nice. Get it back, because I'm telling you, those kids would be mad at me. Nevertheless, but I'm just happy. I feel much better in my body as well. Start exercising, and every time I think of saying let me go sleep or something, I find a way to go find something to do, because I got a ton of stuff to do. I got to clean up and everything, so I got that to do too. But I was able to go find something, to do and help my son get rid of that work there. So I just got, and then his accelerate. Um, we had started the reading, but we need to get the reading out the way by tomorrow. So I have to, because once I get the reading out the way, everything else is not gonna be shut off by 3 o'clock. You understand? I will have until Saturday to upload all of that information, and I already did some already, you know. And then all the writing of the words for this week is done. You just have to upload it when you reach to the other section, and then the rainbow. He done media house already too. So whoop whoop for that. And then he have all the maths to do, but he don't have endomentum that take an hour. I make sure I get that out the way. I heard the voice said, get him that out the way, chat. Because I was there for so long trying to get on not epic accelerate, and I couldn't. And then I had to work, 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 and then I heard about, sometimes after you get frustrated, then you try another, try and try and try again, because you don't give up. That's when you get another idea to say, oh look, go do head momentum. But you'll wonder why I never thought of this before. No, you don't thought of it until either you work your poor little brain, your eyes, everything up. And when you reach the part, like you felt like, you know what, this is it, I'm gonna shut the computer. That's when I get that idea, like going to Ed Momentum then. And that's what I did. So we spent almost 3 to 4 hours in Ed Momentum, get a whole lot done. So far with me and him, he did 75 um work in maths already. 75, not 75%, but 75 activities in maths already. So yeah. And then in reading now, he don't do he had 30 something in reading. When I mean 30 something, he did 37. I think 37, 38 activities in reading. Cause we used to always focus more on maths. Cause I like maths. I like maths. I'm not the English person, so I'll do English, but I'm not the English person, okay? You come to me for English, my subject and my verbs gone somewhere else. But nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I took him out today. Hey, I took him out today by English. I took him out today. Oh, yep. I am R here. I am R here. Yeah, man. Yeah. But such is life. I like I like smart science. I used to want to do physics. I probably still do because I want to go do my Oh, listen, let me shut up because they want to do so many things in one. It's like, girl, one at a time. One at a time. Get this first, then you get that, then you get that, then you get that, then you cross the bridge. One at a time, baby step. Yes, family, but I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody is doing good. Whatever it is, we gotta fight. We are on this planet. It made for us to fight, not made for us to give up. Gotta fight. Oh, don't better drop me off of the bed. So, yeah, we're here to fight, family. And when I mean fight, we're here to make a mark on this land. However that mark look like that you want to make. whether it's a business, whether it's a multi-million dollar company, whether it's a church, whether it's an organization that help with whatever it is, So we're all here to make a mark, one way or the other. Sometimes we don't own anything, but just the impact we make within whatever we're gonna be in. Whether it's working for somebody for how many years or anything, you make an impact. You make an impact. You contribute not only to their growth and development, but to yourself as an individual, you know, as well as help develop young minds through the different workshops, tools, equipments that other people come up with the brilliant idea of creating, and then we just go there and implement them. I help tap into the skills that the children already have and think they don't got. So all we need is some good people around you to tap into this and tell you can do it. One good person, you can do it. You know, as I'm talking, he's just like the song saying, no matter what the circumstances may be, he's always there for us. So through the sunshine, through the rain, through the good times, through the bad, he's always there for you. So there for every one of us, every single one of us. But we just gotta believe, So we will achieve one day, family. My goal is to achieve and achieve in our way so can help others, you know. And I know that will happen. I know that will happen. I can't tell you if it's now, but I know one day, the songwriter say one day things must get better. A firm meditation, put your head above the water. That's an old song. I don't even know if that song when I was born, that song was around. I don't know if that song was probably around before I was born or maybe back in, yeah. So, they say one day things must get better. Firm meditation, put your head above the water. So also you can just type in all that word and type in a Jamaican song. Jamaican song, just those words and you will hear it. It's an old song, you know. Or in your culture, everybody nowadays, I listen to so many different genres of music, and they all have one key things in those genres of music is never to give up. All in those key elements is never to give up. Even the man that rap, sometimes you cannot hear a word they say, but there is always some words that just stand out. That it's a must hear, no matter how much you can't hear the rest of the song because it's just pure sound you're hearing, depending on your background and how well you're used to the culture and all these things. But there's always one key element in everybody's songs, that can resonate. It's like don't give up. Dreams are out here. Follow your dreams. As the songwriter said, if we hold on, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through forever, forever, where clouds roll by. Don't lose your way with each passing day. It's a song, you know. Don't throw it away. Keep believing. Dreams are forever. Wonders are waiting to start if we hold on together. I know our dreams will never die. That's a song, people. You know, I'm just, those songs are words that we will tell ourselves every day, even if we don't state like the song. But those are songs. It's like sometimes you tell, those are songs to your ears. Please don't give up, don't give up. What you doing, resilient? Don't give up, don't give up. And what am I doing? What am I doing? You whisper to yourself sometimes. You're talking to God. What am I doing? What am I doing? You know? So he can tell you, don't lose your way with each passing day. Keep believing. Wonders are waiting to start if we hold on together. I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through forever when clouds roll by. So even when we see like everything is just rolling past, let me tell you something. Just remember, don't lose your way with each passing day, you know? And that's why we have to learn to understand that today may not be so wonderful for you. Doesn't mean tomorrow is going to be the same. Tomorrow you could get up and it's like a awesome day you're having tomorrow. You know what I mean? You don't know what the day hold. You don't know what the future hold, you know? It's as solid as a rock, you know? So you don't know what the future hold. But you keep going and you will know what the future hold. We keep going and we will know what the future holds. Whatever that look like. It don't have to be on YouTube. It don't have to be anything. It could be you own your own business. You're working for somebody and you're working up the corporate ladder or whatever you're trying to do, or you decide to go further your studies, or because in the future I want to further mine. I want to go do my master's and my PhD. And maybe when I'm 100, I don't know. Ambition high, 100. Big ambition. You got big ambition, people. But they said don't lose your way to each passing day, For meditation, keep your head above the water. So, and another one I learned, don't go to your bed mad. Nope. No way. Make peace. Nope. You're praying. Whatever the day was, however your day was going, you make peace. Because in the night, tell no tears. What Bad Molly said, tell no tears. In the night, tell no tears, baby. So you make peace with whatever the circumstances that roll by. You're going to roll it out. Yes, see when they roll out the red carpet, you're going to roll that thing out. Whatever that is. Get a remote. Pause. Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Pause. And you pause. Never go to your bed, man. And I tell the story already. I won't go over that. I tell it already why I say don't go to your bed, man. You know. And I learned that at a young age. I learned that because I've seen it. Yeah. And you learn not to go to your bed, man, no matter what is the circumstances. Baby, get that remote. Get that remote. Get that imaginary remote and pause. Sometimes it's hard for you to pause some things because you tell yourself it is hard. And that's when you hold on to something that is not meant to hold on to. And then you sleep with it, and then you get up with headache. You get up with worse a problem. Straining your poor little life. It's like squeezing out yourself for nothing. So, but don't go to your bed mad, you know? Whatever it is. Go mix it into lemonade and drink. Just not mix it too sweet for you to be hyper. Just mix it and go drink. Just mix that drink. Don't mix it for you to get hyper, okay? So that's all that is. Don't do that. Because I'm telling you. Roll the day out. We can roll the night out too. You know. Because even though we don't have even though we timer is there, but we don't know when the clock stick for us, regardless of everything we're seeing around us. So why go to your bed mad? I don't want to go to my bed mad. What if it's the last time I can get peace? At least I know. And I made peace with my children. And you make peace with them. Always make peace with them because it's your kids. They always going to get on your nerves. Always. And they had their good days too. We have our good days too. We have our bad times too where we can't even stand the garbage. So we have days where it's okay, it's tolerable. You can't just go clean it up, just use the vacuum and run it. Because there's not nothing much to pick up and you're gone again. You know what I mean? So yeah. But it's life. And I think through expression, we help heal a lot of the wound that was damaged, whatever that is, The part of you that felt like you wanted to shut down, you don't want to open up, you don't want to talk to anyone no more because you're being so hurt. You're being on the what they call it, the other end of the stick, so you've been there for so long, dealing with all those things. But then when you learn that, you know what, I'm going to express myself, then you kind of realize that you're easing up some of the pain that you're feeling. As the songwriter say, these songs just come to my mind when it's necessary. Say the pain that you're feeling is of yesterday, the ground you're standing on. You could type that in. You could find the song for it. Just put in Jamaican in there if you want to get the version that I'm used to. And I'm pretty sure in a lot more culture. Because sometimes, as even Jamaican, sometimes other culture sing those songs before and then we take it and put it into reggae too. So, like what they call it, remix, rendition, or so. So, yeah. You know what I mean? So, sometimes the pain you're feeling today or yesterday doesn't mean you have to feel that pain today. You know what I mean? Today you feel like you're not having it doesn't mean tomorrow is going to be the same day. So that's why it's very important before you go to bed. You make peace. Even if you don't have a call, no one to make peace. You call on God, and you pray to Him, so He can He will send a message to these people. The same way our brain was wired to send signal to the rest of our body, He can send it. He will send a message. Just make sure it's a message that is appropriate and meaningful. He will send it out in the universe to the people who need it, who need to hear what you had to say through him. Because those people, they will tell you, I was thinking about you. Or something, because they either were forgiving you for something they did or forgive you for something you did or whatever it is. And even if they don't reach out to you in like directly to you, but they reach out to the universe or so, they're reaching out. Yeah, they're reaching out. It's just that this society we all prefer people come to us directly and say, "Hey, I'm sorry," but only say sorry if you mean it. If you don't mean it and you're gonna do it again, why say sorry? It's like become a piece of art that you have many copies to it. You know what I mean? You have so many copies to it, but once you mean it, then you won't have that much copies to it. Is what I'm saying. But anything that you can't always go over and copy, you think that's an apology? No. It's not an apology. If you can't go over again and copy it and copy it and copy it and redistribute it, or no, no, easily to copy, no. So, actually, when I was younger, there was I went to camp. I think there was this camp coordinator, who said to us that excuses was telling us. He said, "Do you know what excuses are?" I said, "No, sir." Sir Gaza, what go on? Bless up yourself. Bless up, man. Respect. And he said, "You know what?" He was asking all of us that was at camp. And actually, we were heading to camp. And they were giving us tips and things and do's and don'ts of going to camp. What should we carry in our bags? So they give us a checklist of all the stuff we should carry in our suitcase. Yes. Even though it didn't mean that we're going on the plane, but we had a suitcase or a duffel bag. We had a duffel bag. And was giving us the things that we need to do to get prepared and everything. And one of them was, once you get selected, because you had to get selected also, he said, "Excuse are monuments of nothing. And those who use these tools are masters of nothing themselves." And we all bust out laughing. We all bust out laughing because it was just hilarious at the time, because he said, "I'm going to tell you what excuse is. So it's just what is just life though, family. So but make peace within yourself to forgive the hurt, forgive the pain, that not just you, because we like to blame others for our pain. Forgive people for Forgive the people that you think hurt you, and also forgive yourself, because sometimes we do tend to hurt our own self too, because of the choices we made, because sometimes our instinct was telling us nope, 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 but here come you not thinking. Ego say hello, I'm over here. Okay, say yes, say yes, say yes, 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 and you say yes to it, and then there you go. Dapper PH, you say it's my lunch break at work. Dropping by to say hello, awesome queen. Bless up, Dapper. Bless up, man. Manners and respect. Enjoy your lunch. Because it's night here. We don't have no lunch over here, no. No lunch over here tonight. Well, we know much young don't eat some spaghetti in here. So bless up yourself and enjoy your lunch and be safe. Be safe. Blessings, blessings. No. And big shout out to the Filipinos. Big shout out to them, I've seen it. I've seen it. If you understand what I mean, I've seen it. So blessings, big shout out, and thank you, Dapper, for, you know, thank you, man. And just thanks to everyone, thanks to everyone, support and everything, We have to say bless up, bless up. I remember what I tell you my blessing is. You're alive and well. Yeah, we can fix anything we need to fix, right? We can fix anything. We can rewrite anything. We can fix anything, but we gotta start with us. Life is about starting with us. It's not about starting with the world. Because the truth be told, my grandmother would say, "You listen. If you worry about what people gonna say, this is what my grandmother said, and she passed away already. I think she passed when I was here. I think so. I remember. And she said, if you gonna worry about what the world thinks about you, think again. You gonna pass, and they gonna worry. They gonna say anything they wanna say. But it's what we consume. Now you hear they telling us it's what we collect. Is what we collect. Sometimes it's not what we collect. It's just the way, I guess, the way this world change. 360 quick. But it's life. It's life. They say we need the good and the bad to survive. So, yeah. See this artist over here. He said he can't get to travel around the world like he should, like he's supposed to, because of all his past. You know, but he's trying to make his past not a reflection, but going forward to elevate other young people. And he have some powerful songs out there. Like one of them, he say, I'm barely getting by." That's a powerful song, because a lot of us, I know, I can speak for myself. I can relate. This song say, "I'm barely getting by." So barely getting by, and barely getting by. A lot of people will think, "Oh, she struggled financially." You don't only financially you have to struggle. You have so many alleys. You name them, you call it alleys for a reason. Not alley, alleys. Eh? You're going up something, My feet hurt physically. I'm barely getting by. I'm barely getting by, by these, my shank hurt like I was playing some soccer. Well, over here, football. We say football in Jamaica. Over here, they say soccer, because they use their hand to play the ball and call it um football. I think, yeah. The one we use, our football is their soccer, and their football is the one with the hand. So they use their hand and call it football, and then soccer is the one they kick with their foot, which is the other way around for us. So different culture. Don't like it, you hit the road like a jack. Hit the road, jack. So it's different culture, baby. You know what I mean? They come and say soccer. Oh, we can watch some football. No, no, no. We're talking about this kind of football. I say, okay. But even though you learn about these things, sometimes you don't even remember these things until you have to face with it. Then you're like, what? You know what I mean? And then the kids, ooh, after they finish all that walking and everything, I'm telling you, these kids go to bed. Here are they sleeping. Because I'm in their room right now, elevating my foot up on the bunk bed here. And listen, they're snoring. Yes, they draw bongi. Ah, mm, third gear, they know. Eh, So they walk, the exercise, it really helps. And they love it too. Listen to them. So one sleep more peaceful, the other one sleep on snow. They call bongi. They take deep breath, like a old engine. And then I know somebody else. You better go to bed before, cause if they ever up and you not sleeping, eh, that gear I'm telling you is like a old muffler. You got on in there. Oh Lord, I don't know. But such is life. Life with its story. But we will get out of it. We will get out of it. And as the other song come into the mind, they said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like an eagle. They shall walk and not be weary. They shall run and not fail. Teach me, Lord, teach me, Lord, teach me how to wait. That's all we need to know. We just gotta keep going, and He will keep directing our path. We just gotta keep trust and believe. Cause He lives through us. He said, "I know my Redeemer lives. He lives within our hearts. So if He lives within us, He gonna give us things to say, and it's not gonna be everything, because some things are opinionated, but some things gonna come through your thoughts, your spirit, because remember, it's one spirit, and that one spirit give us all a gift. you know so you can look up that. It's in the Bible. One spirit, but He give everybody all a gift. And sometimes you be talking and something just interject into your thoughts, and sometimes you would be wondering to yourself, how is this related to what I'm talking about? But it's not for you to question how is it related to you, to what you're trying to talk about, or if you're just randomly talking or whatever. It comes to your mind. The Spirit give you that to talk about. Just talk about it. And not everything come from the Spirit either, because some things are just of what we see around us all the time, and then we feel to talk about those things too. So we also have to remember that too. When the Spirit is talking to you, He talk differently. He ain't gonna talk like when I'm going off or something. He ain't gonna talk like that. You know, you will know when He talk to you. You know, because you have opinions. You have the Spirit talking to you, and you will know when He talking to you, giving you the gems. That's when you're dropping the gems, because He giving you those thoughts. You know, so such is life. But we live in this world, and everything not gonna come from one place. Some things are gonna come from just everyday life, things we see around us. Even our artists that make music, things around him. You know, I look at things around me and I try to tie it in my everyday life as well, and that's same thing. If you go into the school, you're teaching children. They're trying to tell the children, look in the house. How many parents can relate? You get activities to do, like especially science activities, social studies, where they talk about the family, or so they might tell you, see if you could get a picture from your mom or your dad, or a family picture or something. Take a picture on your phone, or get it print, or blah blah blah. Ain't that from everyday things? Your people you see around you, and stuff like that. If you can, then you cut out a magazine, family. or stuff like that, and then call it your family. You know, that's how you create life. You know, so you're gonna learn some things from everyday things around you, from the things around you, the environment, the surrounding. You know, the community. You know what I mean? Community on a whole, not a specific community, but community on a whole, whichever community that is on a whole. You learn from it. You know, the school, the church, the home, whatever community, you name it, the peers. You know, the sports, everything. So so many things you're gonna get things from. But when the spirit is talking to you, he drop the gems. You know, he give you that little gem and you drop it. You know, you drop those gems, and sometimes you drop them and you never even can get a chance to repeat those words because they were not meant to repeat. Some of them that come to your thought, no matter how you try to repeat it exactly how it was given to you, you only can paraphrase it. Or maybe sometimes you only get one line and then you have to build around it, you know, to strengthen it. Is or go back and watch a replay or something. What is life? It's life, and life is possible. It is possible. We can make it there. So I'm gonna say only if we believe. Only if we believe. You know? He said, by grace, we're moving right along. For the glory of Jesus shines brighter and brighter. The closer I get, the more I sing. You know, that. Such is life. I know these hurdles, I call them hurdles. These hurdles, some of them can be challenging. You know, my first hurdle I ever went over, which is an actual hurdle. You know, well, not it wasn't the first one, but the first one in when I get a little older, I went over that hurdle, and the next day I was in the hospital getting an injection on my AZ. Couldn't walk, could not walk. So just goes to show that life is real. You know, some hurdles are invisible hurdles that you know are there. You gotta go over them in order for things to get better. And some of them are actually physical hurt that you can look at. You know, you're doing sports or whatever you're doing, you have to go over them. You know, you're making a proposal and you didn't pitch it properly, and then you gotta go back over that hurdle again. It's like a disaster. It's like a tornado that's come and just swipe out all that dream. And if you don't believe in that dream and willing to go fix it and make that correction or so, then you're left right there looking because nobody ain't gonna take that proposal up because it's empty. You know, it's just one sided. You know, is you see when you're pitching anything nowadays, they want to know what's the downfall, what's the up for, what's the positive side of it, and what's the negative towards it. What's it, which is they call it the advantage and disadvantage. You know, so what are those things? You know, so many things into life, but we learn so much. You have the spirit that giving you the knowledge, and all we need to do is just start. You know, I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I was shy. I can say I was a shy to maybe put some trace into anything. You know what I mean? But if you know crowd, you know crowd, and if you know that you're going on a any camera at all, especially when I've been on camera all my life, but then sometimes when you actually have to take up a camera and make it look like you're crazy because you're just sitting there talking and you're like, okay, how is this gonna pad out or anything? You know? But then, you know, it is why is this coming to my thought? This is coming. A soft answer, turn it away, wrath. But grievous words stir up anger. Why is this coming to my thought? I don't know. But anyway, food for thought. I won't sit on them no more. And I remember how shy I was. It took me a while. My first set of videos, you would never see my face in them. And then one day, I don't know what happened one day. Mm, oh, I can't even remember, but I know something. I think there was either I had a dream why I don't show my face or something. I don't know what was it, but I know something was something. And I just out the blues just up and just turn the camera on and just turn it to my face. I was shy. You probably wouldn't know that. Because, when you look at people sometimes, oh, they chat too much. Oh, they ain't shy. Oh, please. After a while, you master the art of not looking shy, but you're shy. You can't wait to get down. You get down sometimes, you take a deep breath and you say, oh, Lord, thank you. Oh. And then after a while, you just keep going, and then you get comfortable, you get comfortable. You know what I mean? But when I literally started YouTube, you will never see a face video. You see a faceless. You hear my voice. I don't even remember if I even record with my voice. You probably hear my voice, but you didn't even um you didn't see no face in the first 6 months or the first 4 months. You wanna see no face. You know, till one day I think I had a dream or something. So why don't I just show my face? Or somebody was encouraging me to just show my face. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't remember. But I just know one day I just turned that camera around and I never looked back. But what I wanted to say to you was that everything that I had planned that I want to talk about, I never talk about those things. And I'm saying to myself, because I prayed, I said, God, I want you to fill my mouth with praise. Because when I come to speak, I want you to be able to give me the things to speak about. And when He giving them to you, you will empty them out without evil. Stop. You just keep going. They coming to you. You're not stuttering with them or anything. Those are the gems coming. The things that we have to process to make sure, because they're our opinions and they're not facts. You know, they're just our opinion. They're not coming. They're just coming from every day around us or so. Because even when the spirit give you something, you still got to build upon that. Even the man that own a business, he have a business idea. He still have to expound upon that idea. He can't just say, "Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna open a restaurant." He still have to think. Even though he come in and start to say, I think I should open a business. Or, I think I should sell some bag juice. I think I should sell some clothes. Even though he come in and start to sell some clothes or sell some shoes or do some hair or do some nails, whatever it is that come to our thoughts, we still have to think about how are we going to go about it? What are we going to do? Who are we targeting? Who are we trying to reach? What are our target audience? You know what I mean? And sometimes we don't got no target audience because we don't understand. We don't understand yet. And I like to use the word yet because I know that growth is in everything. You know what I mean? Where you start doesn't mean that's where you're going to end. So I know that, you know? So I like to use the word not yet. Some people will say, but when you put the word not yet, it sounds like you're not confident. Of course, I'm confident. But if I don't see it yet at this current moment or at this blessed moment, I'm not going to just be confident to just say yes to something that I have a picture yet. I haven't foreseen it yet. I haven't envisioned it yet. You know what I mean? So I had to put it out there as not yet. That means it's something there. It's in the pipeline, it's in the works. This is life. But I asked him to just fill my mouth with praise. I want to mean fill my mouth with praise. I am not talking about going out there and say hallelujah and everything. That's not what I'm talking about. When I'm talking to people, to find the right things to say, because I don't want to just be one sided. If I'm going to share something negative, I also want to find a solution to how we can move from the negative to the positive, or how we can get from, sometimes you're over the positive side and something happen, and all you do is just take you out like that, just dunk you right back where you're coming from. And if you don't have your head on your body, you will stay there because you feel like that's where you belong. You ever hear somebody say, "No, I'm not going back over here because this is where I belong." It's like telling yourself, it's like living in denial and telling yourself, "This is where I belong." No, you don't belong there, you know. But if you keep telling yourself, "No, I don't belong there," especially if you want better for your life, one day better will come. You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to throw us back out there in the lion den for us to understand who he is. In the book, he told Peter, "Don't you know who I am? I am God." You know? So even him tell him, "Don't you know who I am?" That's why I hear a lot of people sometimes that is up in society and go somewhere and say, "How I don't know you?" They say, "Don't you know who I am? I am the CEO of this company, or I am this." And sometimes we will look at it as they bragging or anything. But it literally in the Bible say, "Who I am." But sometimes because we hear these words, and I guess sometimes it's not what we say, is basically how we say it. Because sometimes nothing wrong with what we say, it's just how we say it, the tone, because the tone of our voice, the pitch, just our execution or our delivery sometimes probably can make things seem uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know. So maybe those are some of the things that sometimes people look at and say, "I didn't like your delivery or your tone or anything. I didn't like that." Not necessarily that they're looking at you as the individual, as a bad person or say a toxic person or anything. It's just that with delivery, the way we deliver, sometimes the choice of words, and then sometimes how harsh we were with it. Because, as human being, I like to talk about the tongue, the power of this lip. I mean, sometimes when you're ready, it's like a whip. They say your tongue is like a whip. You know, our tongue is like a whip. This boy be turning over. I don't know where he going. So such is life, family. But and I also like to pray. We're using this. I don't want to lean onto my own understanding. Because when you lean onto your own understanding, sometimes I do the detour, leaning on your own stuff. Think you can do everything without not blessing the things. And then when time the rod come, then you know, you know. Because even if I didn't say this, I'm gonna say it now. Even the day when I was heading to Bella Isle, a part of that video was so blurry, so you want to see my facial expression. I was listening, and I remember if you watch back that video when I was going to Bella Isle, there's a part in the video. I don't know where that thought came from, but there was a part in the video where I said, "It is so funny." I think Jaden was saying something to me, and I was saying, I kind of like a shudder, like. I said, "It is so funny how you're driving and you will be carrying somebody around, but they don't even know all the things that you have to go through." And I was thinking, I was referring to the car, but I didn't come out and said the car because, as I said, I don't want to talk too loud because he will leave me on the side of the street. But my thought was thinking, and at partway the journey, my instinct telling me to turn around, and the other part of me said, "But the kids we haven't been to Belle Isle in so long." So I proceed with the second thought. But the first thought, which was my first instinct, was to turn around to go back home. But then the other thought came, which was the second one, and then I follow my second mind. Every day say you follow your second mind. I follow my second mind instead of my first mind. And just looking back at it now, how you can foresee some things, but you don't know that it was going to play out that way. You know what I mean? You ever see? You ever? It's like he warned you that something was off, but he didn't warn you to scare you. You know what I'm saying? He didn't warn you to say, "Hey, something go happen to your car today or anything. He protect the car though, because the kids were in there. You know, kids are a blessing, you know, in so many ways. No matter how they get on our nerves, they are a blessing in um so many different ways. Some of the ways you can't even express. Sometimes you're having a meltdown and the kids come in, just the right word to run you right back to reality. It's like your mama say, "Go boy, go over here, go sit down, boy. You sit down crying over this girl. Go over here and go find another girl or something." You know what I mean? Just the right word you want to hear. Your kids just come in and they're like, "Mama, so and so." You know what I mean? Our papa. You know, 'cause we have mama and papa in this world. Just the right word. And to be honest, sometimes you don't accept those words. You know, you run the people that come with it. Okay, you up in your feeling. You know, you're worked up in your feeling. You know. And then when you're calm, then you see all these things. But that day, I was just saying, wow, it's so funny when you have, you know, when you're traveling in a car, it's like you have, you're the driver, you have so many life at hand, you know, like I was using my children. You have your children at hand, and they wouldn't even know because they just sit comfortable, relax. They won't even know there's something wrong with the car or anything because sometimes you're just trying to make it to your destination. Don't know how you're going to get back home, but you're just trying to make it there, you know. But that part of the journey, my instinct told me to turn back and I didn't. I followed my second instinct. And it cost me beauty on the outside. Anybody know me? I always say I don't want to talk too loud because that car will leave me on the side of the road. It leave me in the middle of the road. And, you know, I find it funny. I find it so funny because the instinct was there, but I just didn't listen to the first instinct. Can you imagine if I had listened? Then I would have some life or left up in there. Because maybe I would park it and it would be right there. When I try to turn it on, it wouldn't have no time to turn on. You understand? But such is life. Such is life. It come with the territory. So that's why I'm saying these things now to say that sometimes things are not going so well. Even if you're driving or so you're and you're not talking or so your mind come to peace. Yes, it does come to peace. And it give you the ability to think, but you think so deep that sometimes you just ignore what comes to your thought. It's like, no, I can't do that. No. It's like having a whole full blown conversation with your inner thought. And you're fighting your inner thought because you sometimes you think you know better. You know? And you always say your first answer most of the time is always right. And that is so true. You know. Most of the time, not all the time. Because I can stand multiple choice. But it just goes to show how that everything that we see around us is gonna give us some knowledge, it's gonna give us some understanding, it's gonna give us some hiccups, it's gonna give us some pain, it's gonna give us some things that are uncomfortable, and it's gonna give us some joy at the end, you know, not without its hiccups to get there. But if we keep believing, as they say, dreams are forever. Don't lose your way with each passing day. It's a song. You can go Google it. It's an old song, but it's a song. I can just remember. And actually, I think that was a graduation song for me. I think that was a graduation song for me. Yeah. Don't lose your way with each passing day. Don't throw it away. Keep believing. Dreams are forever. Wonders are waiting to start. Wonders are waiting to start. If we hold on, though, you notice they said if. Powerful. If we hold on. So for anyone going out there, no matter what it is, you're sick, Don't lose your way with each passing day. You're struggling with all the alleys. Don't lose your way with each passing day. Keep believing. Dreams are forever. Wonders are waiting to start. If we believe. And you have some other parts too, but as I said, it's a song. It's beautiful. I can't sing it to save my life because then 6 o'clock already gone and 6 a.m. is not here yet. So that's what we normally say in Jamaica. When you can't sing, you sing at 6 o'clock. Okay, at that time you could scream because you hear the rooster in the morning. Anybody have come and fall in their house, at their house, they know what I'm talking about. The come and fall start. You have the rooster going, waking you up. They can't sing. So that's the time. So that's what, I don't know. Old people in Jamaica, we always have some hilarious things. You know, stop the singing. 6 o'clock is already gone. Because that's the time the rooster come out. So yes, that's the rooster sound. The rooster don't say no cock a doo 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 doo. Can you imagine if technology was in then, or we were thinking about technology then to record all these animals? Because I grew up around animals too. I had my own goat. I used to help the lady grow me, take care of her goat when I come from school. The only thing I didn't like when I have to go when it rain, I gotta step in goat knock knock barefoot. I used to run and skip. I see why I become a runner. Your life really shape you, people. I really become a runner. I could not stand the dawn of day to step in. Oh Lord. I used to run, hop, and skip. Everything in one. Whoop. I'm telling you. And then after the goat have kid, she gave me a kid. And then I raised the kid up till the kid turned big. Then I sold the kid, sold the goat in the market, and I get money, and I was able to, because I was adopted, I was able to help my mom with taking care of school supply for me to go back to school. I said, Mom, you don't need to help now. I'll do it because I got a goat and it go big, and I raised him. I felt so good when she gave me the goat because she told me if the goat have kiddies, like more than one kid, then she gonna give me one. And the goat, and I get a burgundy one, burgundy kitty, so pretty, so pretty. And I sold the goat when I was going to high school and get my first big money and bought my uniforms, all my school supplies that I needed, you know, to go back to school. And then I was able to get some money too and take some down to my mom at the time. Yeah, to go visit her and everything. Man, those days were like 5 star. When you're little as a kid and you have $2 in your hand, you feel like, ooh, I didn't know money much then. Too, when I was much younger, I used to call money 2010. 2010. That's what I used to call money when I was a kid. We get 2010. Only to know you live through a year called 2010. But that's literally how we used to call money when we were younger. Me and my cousin, we get 2010. They used to give us the money and say, how much money is that? We get 2010 and we used to jiggle. You know how you jiggle with one foot up, then put one foot down, then jiggle up and down. Like high knees, like how you do high knees, but it's not like that. It's more like you jiggle once up, then down, land again, and then jiggle up with the next foot. So you plant one first, then put the other one, and then your hand going with it too, like a jingle. When you sing a jingle bell, yeah, and they jiggle up and down, yeah. I say 2010. Only to know I live fast 2010. 2010. We get 2010. That's how we count money. 2010. It's like somebody get $20 and they get $10 and you don't know it's $30. You say you get 2010. They get a $20, you get a $10. And a matter of fact, our money then was $20 coin and $10 coin. So it wasn't all paper money. I don't know for now if they got paper $20. Because when I was left in Jamaica, I had a whole saving pan full of nothing but $20. I never saved nothing but $20. Nothing but $20. A whole big saving pan. I went to Clarendon and there was this person there. They made the saving pan. Oh yes, people make saving pan. They make, those, anybody raise chicken, those same metal pan that you see you guys use to feed the chicken out of, those metal ones, if you use the metal one, looking like a zinc roof. People use those things to turn it into saving pan, and I bought one. I bought a little one and a big one. And this is how I used to save. One was only pure $20 coin. Pure $20 coin. And if I get that $20 coin and it's so pretty, that $20 coin will never be spent. Boop, drop it in there. And then the biggest one would be the pan that we put money for when Christmas come or so. I buy gift for the family. Or for if we run out of, because every Christmas we used to run out of gas. So if we run out of gas, there is money in there. So we every time we work, or so we will contribute money in there. We challenge ourselves. Okay, if we work today and the bills are done paid, or so we could drop $100 in there. So we look at it. But the goal was to drop at least $100 every, depending on when you get paid. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, we drop either $100 or $200, depending on how much we get paid. And if we don't work a full week or so, then we might drop less. Or if we have enough to spare, they will drop that in there. And every Christmas, the gas would always finish. So we had to come up with a plan to say, you know what, we're not going to do this for no more Christmas. One day we were cooking up a big Sunday dinner for the family and everything. Ooh, because I'm inviting my adopted mom and I'm inviting my mom and, siblings are so to come and enjoy. And man, I'm telling you, boop, gas done. So that's where I get that inspiration from. So when I go visit my dad and saw they selling the saving pan and my dad told me about it, I got me two. First I got me the big one. Second I got the little one. So the big one was for paper money. And sometimes we drop all $500 in there. But that pan was not to open until there was hard time. Oh yes. That pan was not supposed to open until hard times. When I mean hard times, let's say you get laid off for your work, for example, and you use up all the little resources, then that's hard time. So that's what you use then, you know. And I'm just saying laid off because everybody uses the word laid off now so much. Even when you walk off a job, I get laid off. Even when you quit, I got laid off. Even when you get fired, I got laid off. So. And then that was what you use to help propel you back. Propel you back for a little while while you're out there hunting or searching. Mm. And then that pan was so hard to pull. Mm. And then I think when we finally opened that pan, we had opened it one Christmas to get everybody gifts and everything. We had saved, how much money we had saved within that time? And that was a lot of money then to save. I think about, I think almost 10 grand at the time. That was a lot of money though. You could buy a whole lot of stuff because back then you could go to Kingston, they have $100 shirt on the side of the street, nice jeans, good up shirts and everything on the side of the road in Kingston, downtown. Big up to downtown Kingston, you could go find those. And even in Mandeville, sometimes you have some guys you so come around in Mandeville and they just have a bag on their back and they sell. They just they just open it up right there and they sell out, sell out, sell out, sell out. And they just have a sale. They have a massive sale. Everything. It must go, it must go. $10, $20, three for $100, blah blah blah. Those are deals because you're comparing price. Man, I'm telling you, hot bread, hot bread. And you used to have some bakery too who used to send people out on a market day, and they have the trays and they come up with the hot bread and just sell it. It's hot bread. Gotta go, gotta go. Yes, ma'am. Those are the good old days. I don't know how things operate now. I can't tell about how it operate. So I got the goat and I was able to sell it when I get to high school. And I think that's what the lady told me. I can't sell it till when I start to go to high school. I sell it to help, help with costs or so. My burgundy goat. You should see my face that time. Ooh, I was so excited. I didn't like the cows. They had cow. I couldn't stand the cow. One run me down one day. Mm-mm. In the comment, mm-mm. I probably become an athlete for a reason. All those cow, they used to have a cow. It used to be so saucy. And they run it. I remember how the cow run me down one night with my cousin coming home, and we had to walk through the common. And I remember mommy at the house calling us, my adopted mom calling, "Hey, remember the cow is over there? You know, remember him? And I think he let go over there." We passed that. Listen, when we passed in the cow, oh man, I had to take a deep breath just to pass. When I mean deep breath, we had to stop our breath. Sorry, we had to stop our breath so that the cow don't hear us. When we get away, and then it was an orange walk in between. One night I end up in the one night I end up in the orange walk. People were because of it. I tell you, in the tree, because the trees are short because they were some orange tree. I don't know how they made it, but they're short and stocky. I'm telling you, go running us down. Where is all of that? Big ram goat that cost so much money. Big old goats, big goats cost so much. People used to come from Elam all over the place come buy goat from them. Lots of goat. We had cats, but we mostly had dogs. Mostly had dog. Dog follow us everywhere we go. His name was Blackmouth. As a kid, he had a dog. Name was Blackmouth. I think somebody poisoned him. We live through storms, people, but don't lose our way with each passing day. Let the day pass. Don't throw it away. Keep believing, you know. Yes, family. Your girl ain't gonna stay long with us, but just to let me come on here. Your girl in pain, but lay down. I'm quite fine, but getting up then to walk, then but, but I'm holding on. Song say if we hold on, so hold on, family. Whatever we're going through, hold on. Hold on. There's another song say hold on a little bit longer. Hold on. You know, you know. No, I was gonna say something, but this is what I'm gonna say. I had made I had asked God before I flew to America for something. And when I crossed that, when I crossed the bridge, I will tell you what was that. I won't have to remember that because I will see it. So it's not going to be hard to tell you what was it. I just got to cross the ocean. But hold on a little bit longer. Patience is a virtue. And people just keep expressing ourselves, you know, keep expressing ourselves because it's help to heal, the unanswered wounds, not wounds, if I'm pronouncing it correct, you know. keep expressing yourself, you know, whatever the things that was out there to set us apart. Keep expressing yourself, whether his or her, because that's one way to help heal from the battles that not necessarily meant that was what they call it bestowed upon us through people we come along with or so, but through the trials growing up, the tribulations, you know what I mean? And if we don't express ourselves, those things are gonna be scarring us, keep scarring us, because we can't keep rooting to them without no fight. We have to fight, and fight mean you're going to physically fight. You're going to pray. You're going to express yourself. Because the more we express ourselves, the more you find you start to get ease. You start to get comfortable. Like it's like it's like many people right now have people that they can come on live with. When I mean people, they have the amount of subscribers to come on live and they're scared to come on live because, they have that nervousness, they rock. But once they start, they will realize that it's just the beginning of the barrier to be removed. It's not going to remove just like that. You have to keep being consistent, so we all have different things that will be right there. Whatever it is, keep expressing ourselves. And expression comes in many ways. Expression don't have to come because I'm talking. It could come through music, through art, to socializing with different people. Some people are very good at socializing with others. And so for whatever that is for you, you get healing through that. You're getting healing. It just can make the things that's set to destroy us because that's the aim. We gotta know what we need to fight for. There was a song. They said, "What are we fighting for?" I think it's Jack Cure sing it. What are we fight? I think it's him sing it. It's a Jamaican artist. What are we fighting for? You know. He sang another one. He said, "Prison had a better rose because he been to prison. It liberty made me ball." And this is what he said. He said, "I wish that Jah could take back I think he said, I wish that Jah could change the hands of time, back in time. I wish that Jah could take me back in time." And he said, "I swear." You see your mouth. "I swear, only if he could understand, the faith in me shall set me free." Da 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 da. And he said, now I am wiser. I think somebody else sing that song too. "I am wiser now. I'm not the foolish girl I used to be." Whatever it is, if you're a male or female, you can say, "I'm not the foolish man I used to be. I'm not the foolish woman I used to be, or the girl." Such is life. You know, this man come out and he said, "I'm barely getting by. I am not okay, but I'm barely getting by." But he's sure getting by because he's getting his message across. He's getting his point across. He reaching out, he's in the Senate, he's in the lobbying and everything so that, things, change can come, you know. But we learn to understand now he without sin, we can't just keep casting stone. We all sinners. They say we were born in iniquity. We were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So you can solve that equation, but you can take your time and barely getting by. You can take your time to get by. All of us, because when I'm speaking, I speak to myself too. Not just speaking to everybody, but speaking to myself because message comes to all of us, but to begin with me, because then I have to make sure I'm getting by too. It's like when you cook sometimes, you make sure everybody are fed and you're not fed. And then 2 days later on, you get so sick because you're packed up with gas and you develop ulcer stomach. because you were just there trying to make sure everybody's taken care of, and then you're not taken care of. So whatever we're doing nowadays, we have to put our self within that pathway as well, you know, so that the blessing can be right there to be stored upon us too. Each and every one of us, you know. We have to take some of it too. Strength is power. Our mind is powerful. But when we don't listen to it, we feel like failures and we want to beat ourselves up. We don't listen to it. But that's what make you stronger. But family, we're not gonna stay long. I want you guys to have a wonderful night. I ain't gonna say nothing more because sometimes you have to follow the mind to speak and the mind to shut up. Don't laugh it. My son asked me, "Why you not gonna play no more game with me?" He said something to me. I don't remember what I said. And I was just there looking at him. And I said, the best thing you do is to shut up. I'm like, did I do that? Anyway, family, walk good. Have a blessed night. Thank you all for stopping by and all the likers, the commenters, the well wishers, the sharers, the silent part, everybody in one. You know, we're here. The pain is here, but we're going to get it out the way in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Next week. Next week, I should be fine if I keep going and so forth. So, walk good, family. Have a blessed night. And remember, don't throw it away. Dreams are forever. Wonders are waiting to start. Have a blessed night. Walk good. So bless up family. Bless up to everybody.